Welcome to Core Body Mind. My name is Kat Thomas, and I wanted to offer some energy, a little bit of hope and love, because we are sharing in the time of celebrating the life of the fierce and fabulous Ruth Bader Ginsberg. So why not celebrate with some movement and uplifting and sharing and offering? So let's all join together on our mats. We're going to start in an easy seated posture. I like to start on my block. This allows my psoas muscles to relax a little further. It allows my hips to loosen and let go, and that's what I really need to do right at this moment. If you don't like using a block, don't use one. And just a little honoree for Miss RBG. Ellie, if you're out there, I did start to wear your Halloween costume, so I apologize, but it was very fitting. All right, so wherever you are in your practice, just start rooting down. You can even peel away some of that flesh from the sit bones, those two pointy little bones that stick out of your cute little booty. And just start breathing deeply in through the nose. And you can let the air pass out through the lips and release with a sigh. This allows the body to start connecting with that sound breath, the mind and the body, with that beautiful little intermediary, your sound breath. So release with an exhale like, it gets the mind aware that something is about to start. Something is about to be juicy within you. And now we're going to start to lengthen through the spine, the crown of the head. Imagine that there's a string of white light pulling you up towards the sky. And let's inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears and then roll the shoulders back. Release. Doesn't that feel great when the weight of the world is taken off the shoulders? And the hands, let's just actually rest them in our laps. And we'll have the left and then the right, and let's just touch the thumb tips together. And if you'd like, begin to close the eyes gentle. Still allowing the breath to flow without effort, without judgment. Your chin is parallel to the floor. And as we begin to melt, and allow the body to settle in and root down, bring your attention and awareness to the space between the eyes. And once your attention is there, I want you to imagine a beautiful indigo light. Whether it's small or large, this glowing ball of light, imagine this healing, lasting, persistent color of indigo, just like RGB. So indigo, no matter how much you go over it and over it and over it, it doesn't fade. It lingers on, just like the work that she has done for us, just like the fierceness that she has instilled and embedded in each of us that shows our appreciation for her. And let that color start growing brighter as you breathe in through the nose and exhale, passing through the lips. And on your next inhale, begin to seal the lips and breathe back out through the nose. And we're going to create a little bit of a wind bath for the back of our throats. So gently drop the chin towards your beautiful chest. And we're going to close and constrict the thyroid area. And as you exhale, you might even hear that sound breath in the back of your own throat, cleansing, clearing away Any words that are challenging you to feel uplifted and energized. And in this space, let's set our intention for the practice and for your day, because your day can start anew the moment we reopen our eyes. It begins once again as body, mind, and breath reconnect. Taking a moment once again, focus on the inhale coming in through the nose, cool and soft, and steaming it out warm and fresh through the nose. Gently lift the crown of the head once again, blink the eyes open, and we'll begin our journey together. If you had a block or a prop underneath you, just gently remove that and place it to the side in case you want to use it again. And let's just come onto all fours into your tabletop. We're going to make sure that we set ourselves up nice and strong right from the get-go. So place the right hand firmly down first, spread the fingers. Doesn't matter how many you have. Your wrist is directly underneath that beautiful shoulder. And then from here, just make a little pillow with your fist. Little fist. Place that between or next to the right thumb. And then roll that left palm and place it down where the edge of that fist was. Spread those fingers wide. Rock the heart center forward over the fingertips. And from here, draw the navel in like it's trying to squish back to the spine and press with the bottoms of the feet into the mat. Keep the lips sealed. Use your oceanic breath. We call that our Ujjayi breath. Gaze is down on your mat. Nice flat back. And as we inhale through the nostrils, we're going to arch the back, reach the gaze sky high. As you exhale, you're going to hollow the back and drop the chin towards your chest, pushing away from the mat with the hands. Inhale, once again, arch the back, reach the gaze upwards, and exhale, steam it out, pelvic floor pulling forward, chin to chest. Again, inhale, lift and raise, press away from the mat, palms are flat. And exhale again, steam it out, hollow out the back, send that heart up to the ceiling. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Slow and powerful. Inhale one more time, reach and lift. And as we exhale, keep a nice hollow back. Take a deep breath in, heart center over fingertips, and exhale, draw the hips back towards the ankles. Keep the head in line with the spine. Inhale, reach, heart center over the fingertips, strong, straight arms, and exhale, drop down to your ankles. 2 more breaths here. And exhale, gently release. Keep a nice hollow back. Inhale. And exhale, drop down. Deep breath in, come back to your tabletop. Let the spine smooth out through a breath. Make sure we're keeping a nice strong core. We're going to inhale, extend that left arm sky high, and then exhale, thread the needle. So palm facing the ceiling, left hand reaching underneath that right arm, left ear coming down to the mat. And you can hold here. Keep the navel drawn in. If you want to add a little spice, extend that arm sky high. Use your breath. Find that flow and space within. Smiling always helps and makes this a little more fun. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale through the nose, gently drop that right palm, engage, and lift the body back to your tabletop. Smooth out the spine through a breath. And inhale, extend that beautiful right arm sky high. Exhale, thread the needle, palm towards the ceiling. Right ear comes down to the mat. If you hear any crunchies, don't worry. You're just loosening up through the spine, twisting and turning. Again, add some extra spice and heat. Extend that left arm sky high. Palm facing the same direction as your gaze. Use the breath through the nostrils and back out through the nose. One more deep breath and exhale, drop that left palm, lift the body up once again. And we're just gonna flip the hands over, fingertips facing the knees, bring it in a little closer so you're on the backs of the hands. Now, if this is enough of a stretch for your wrists and your hands, go ahead and hang here. If you wanna add a little heat, a little spice, just do little circles around. Make sure the hands stay flat, backs of the hands pressing into the mat, and then counterclockwise the circle. Remembering you've gotta breathe. It's the most important part of all of this. And coming back, drop those palms down. All right, so let's make sure that we're set up here. So I want to make sure that you understand you are going to create a tripod with your body. So a tripod has equal 3 legs, right? Or equal 3 parts supporting it. So we're going to start with the left palm staying nice and flat, the left arm, again, nice and strong and straight. You're going to inhale, extend that right arm out. Fingers are together, palm facing down. Your gaze is just towards the front of the mat. We want to have a nice, straight, neutral spine and neck. Navel drawn in. For those that want to add that bit of spice, you're going to extend that left leg out and flex the foot down. If you do extend, just notice if you're dropping your hips to one side and then even them out. The best way to do that is to bring the heart center forward just a bit and make sure you're drawing that beautiful navel in. And we're going to use that Ujjayi breath in through the nose and back out through the nostrils to keep us feeling good and juicy. And for one more deep breath. And exhale, gently bring the palm and the knee down. Just rock the hips side to side. For those of you who want to take your practice a little further, go ahead and have some fun. And gently come back to center, smooth the spine out, set yourself up, and extend the left arm, extend the left leg. Flex the right foot if you have extended. Press into the back of that left foot and keep that tripod balanced. Nice, strong, straight arm through the right side. Heart center lifting and reaching towards the fingertips. Navel drawn in, breath flowing. And maybe the corners of your mouth have risen, even if it's on the inside, that's okay. That's an energy that you're sending, a message to your own brain. One more deep breath in and slowly exhale. Bring both knee and hands down. Dip side to side. Rock those hips. And come back to center. And let's just come on to our heels. We'll come into hero's pose for just a moment. Let's inhale, bring those shoulders up to the ears and roll them back down the spine. Again, doesn't that feel so good? Again, I find myself during the day like this. I don't know what I'm waiting and expecting, but it's nice to just drop the shoulders down. So let's inhale and exhale, drop the palms. So we're gonna curl the toes under first. Your gaze is down on the mat. Fingers are spread wide, palms are flat. So we're gonna drop the head and lift the knees up so it connects with the chest. And then inhale, lift the hips high, and exhale, drop the heels down. Make sure that head is dropped low and you're gazing between the calves. Now don't worry if your heels aren't dropped onto the mat. Keep the navel drawn in. And make sure you have nice, strong, even arms. You're pressing away from the mat with the hands. And you're rotating through the breath, in through the nose and back out through the nose. And ground down through the left foot. Inhale, lift that right leg sky high. Again, tripod, even through the arms. Head drops even lower, navel drawn in. And take a deep breath. Inhale, reach the gaze forward, and exhale, bring that right foot between the hands, however you want to get there. And we're going to soften to the left knee, to the back of the left foot. So we're in our modified lunge here. So we're going to set ourselves up first and then lift the arms. So connecting all four corners of the right foot. When I say four corners, we're going to start with the heel, and then the blade, the outside of the foot, which I call the sole, and the ball of the foot, which I call the heart. And then you want to make sure, if you can even separate all of those little piggies down on the mat. They're going to be facing forward, and you want that knee to face the same direction as the toes. A lot of times our knees want to wing in or out. You really want it to try and go in that straight line as much as possible. You want to make sure it doesn't go past that big toe. So we're here, we're feeling a nice stretch. We're pushing into the back of that left foot, finding our balance. And we're going to inhale, lift those beautiful arms sky high, drop the shoulders, turn the pinkies in, and open up your heart. Open it up and send out that message of love and gratitude. Use your Ujjayi breath. So breathe in through the nose and back through the nostrils. Hear that sound breath in the back of your throat, cleansing and clearing away any challenges, any words that you might speak to your own self that are unserving. Take another deep breath and palms come together. Exhale, draw down to your heart center and gaze upon the fingertips. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Drop both palms on either side of that right foot. Curl that back foot, lift the body, and draw that right foot back to meet the left. If this is a little too intense, you just come down on your knees and make sure the heart center is rolling forwards. If you're in your plank, make sure you can have your feet at hips distance. You can have the toes a little closer together. That'll be a little more challenging. You want to make sure that you're drawing the navel in and you're rolling the elbows in towards one another. So our elbows aren't bending or bowing out. We're going to hold here. 2 more breaths. Shaking just means you're truly alive. And take another deep breath in. As you exhale, lift the hips sky high, back to downward facing dog. Drop the head, push away from the mat, and let's walk our dogs as we pedal through, drawing one knee in at a time. Maybe the gaze comes up and under the opposite arms. And you should really feel a nice opening here through the cages. And coming back to center, ground yourself down first, ground that right foot. Inhale, lift that left leg sky high. Rock that strong tripod. Even balance in your arms, pushing away from the hands. Head is dropped. Gazing back through the legs. And take a deep breath. Inhale, reach the gaze forward, and exhale, draw that left foot between the hands. Set yourself up first here, and then soften to the right knee, soften to the back of the right foot. So again, check, make sure you're on all 4 corners of that beautiful left foot. Knee is centered, toes and knees facing forward. And then inhale, extend those beautiful wings sky high, drop the shoulders, pinkies turn in. Open up the chest. Again, imagining that fierce indigo bright light burning now between the eyes, shooting out through every cell of the face, healing, rejuvenating, and giving hope back. One more deep breath and exhale, palms come together. Inhale, exhale, draw them down to your heart center, gaze upon the fingertips. One more deep breath and exhale, drop both palms on either side, curl that right foot and draw the left back to meet me in plank. Keep your plank strong. Take a deep breath in and exhale, hips sky high, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, draw that right foot now. Stay high and strong and tall on that left leg, the ball of that left foot. And just walk the hands up to your thighs. Find your strength. Again, knees, toes facing forward. So while you're here, a good way to find your balance, it's scissoring the thighs inward towards one another. And if that sounds funny, good, you're getting a little giggle here. Scissor them in. You'll find everything tightens up. If you want that nice strong booty, scissor. Keep a nice strong core, the crown of the head lifting upwards. Inhale, reach the arms sky high, palms together. Exhale, draw down to your heart center. So we're gonna lift the elbows up first. Stay strong here. You can hold here. If you wanna add a little bit of extra spice, turn your gaze. And then exhale for even more spice. Drop that left elbow above the right knee. Gaze up and over that right shoulder. Twist and turn. So now we're really twisting through the digestive system. Cleanse anything out that's in there that is unserving and unwanted. Keep that breath flowing. Breathing in through the nose and back out through the nostrils. One more deep breath and slow and powerful, turn yourself back to center. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, swing them back behind you, clasp the hands. Make sure the palms stay connected and slowly open up the chest towards the sky. Slight back bend. Keep that left leg strong and tall. We're almost there. One more deep breath. And release the arms. Inhale, reach them sky high, and exhale. Palms float down, right leg meets the left. Join me in plank. Take a deep breath, elbows close to the body, and exhale, start lowering yourself down. Come into low plank or chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. And we'll hold here for just a moment. Plant those hands, drop the head. Take a deep breath in as you exhale. Left hand reaches for that right ankle. Twist and gaze under that right arm. So we can use our Ujjayi breath, that oceanic flow through the nose, out through the nose, to slow things down within the body. Try it out. And gently plant that left hand, drop the head and replace, bringing the right hand to the left ankle, twist and turn. And inhale, palm comes flat. Again, drop that head first. Then inhale, gaze comes forward. And exhale, draw the left foot between the hands. Set yourself up for your crescent lunge. Remember, knees and toes flat. And then inhale, extend the arms sky high. Drop the shoulders, pinkies turning in. Make sure you're high on the ball of that right foot. Scissor those thighs in. And palms come together. Exhale, draw down to your heart center. Elbows nice and high. Take a deep breath here. If you want, add some spice. Turn and face the left. Adding more spice. Right elbow comes above that left knee. Twist and turn. Use your breath. One side might be a little shakier than the other. It's okay. One more breath. And slowly, gently come back to center. Inhale, wings come sky high. Exhale, float them back behind you. Clasp the hands. Slight arch, send that heart center out to the world. We could all use a little bit of extra love right now and a lot more hope. So share it if you got it, or take it in if you need it. One more deep breath and inhale, exhale, palms come down. Left comes back to meet the right. Exhale, slowly lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the gaze forward, come up on your tippy toes, and let's walk up to the front of our mat. Big toes touch, heels slightly separated, drop the head. And let's start with a nice bend in the knees. It's okay to not have straight legs here. It's quite all right. You want that head to drop. You want the body to drop. Shake it out. Maybe give a little nod saying yes to all that is beautiful and good for you. And if you're ready, slowly start to straighten the legs, but you don't need to. It's okay. And slight bend in the knees. Inhale, reach those wings sky high. Palms come together and exhale, draw them down to your heart center. And move into Tadasana or your mountain pose. So with mountain pose, I like to have my big toes touching, my heels slightly separated. And I always imagine and try and explain, it's kind of like if you have really tight jeans or pants and you got to zip them up, that feeling of connection here in the core and the pelvic area. And that's your setup. And just feeling that really aligns and connects with the natural rhythm in the spine. And here you are in mountain pose together. And I think it would be really special if we all grew into wonderful trees together, sharing our balance, our struggles, our growth in honor of Miss Ruth Bader Ginsberg together. So wherever your tree would like to be today, honor that edge, honor your planting, your rooting down. So let's start with our left foot. So relax the arms, and we're going to connect first with the heel, then the heart, so the ball of the foot, and then the sole, the outer blade. And then let's leave those little piggies, no matter how many you have on your left foot, let them reach up towards the face, wiggle them, and then see if you can't plant them down one at a time across the mat. And then slowly sink and root down. And you can feel, it's almost like there's a beautiful rod of strength just shooting up through the foot, all the way up through the crown of the head, through the left side. So we're here, and we're just gonna start with our hands on our hips. Now, when you're doing any kind of balancing act, you can always use a chair, you can use a wall, you can use the floor to catch you, but I suggest if you don't want to use any of those other things, then try and find a focal point on your mat, on the floor, on the wall, and have that dristhana, or you're drifting into that moment and just falling almost in love with that little mark that you don't even notice that you're floating around. So find that little focal point and wherever your tree wants to be. So if your tree wants to just be in the ground, starting as a little seedling and rooting up, your big toe is connecting to the mat still, and you're just moving that knee out slightly. Keep the navel drawn in. The reason I like to start with my hands on my hips, we have a tendency to want to turn towards where the knee goes. We want to keep the shoulders and the hips squared towards the front. If you want to grow your tree, you can move that bottom of the right foot onto the outer part of your left shin or the left calf. Never, ever, 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 ever put it on your knee or on the side of your knee. If you want to start and be a robust and big, tall tree, you can bring the bottom, the sole of your right foot inside the thigh here, And if you want to really kind of give yourself a little more spice, a little more action, honor your own edge wherever you want to be. Now, the hands can be like limbs of a tree. They can be grown up here. They can be grown here. They can come here. They can come down to your sides, wherever you want your tree to be. And for those that like it extra spicy, you know what to do from here. And we're just going to keep the breath flowing. Again, if your arms are raised up, just make sure you're dropping your shoulders. And we've got 2 more breaths. One more deep breath in together. And wherever you are, imagine that there's a light breeze. Everything starts to float down. And we come out of our pose just as slow as when we moved into it. So let that right foot float down. And you can give that left limb a little bit of a shake. Hope everyone out there is having fun. And we'll ground all 4 corners of that right foot in. Remember heart and soul, and then the little piggies wiggling up towards your face, and then plant them down. And then root down through that side before you start growing into your tree. From there, figure out where you want this side of the body. A little root sapling, if you want it to be a little bigger, little baby pine. You can go a little taller and stronger. I'm going to send this bit of love to all of the trees that gave their lives during these fires. Hopefully there is quicker rebirth and regrowth to all of the families in the Northwest. And then again, honor your edge. Find out where your tree would like to be in this moment, where your branches would like to grow. And use that Ujjayi breath. Let it come deeply through the nose like a deep gulp or a sip of love, and pass it back through the nostrils, flowing out, releasing, giving you the recharge and reset in each moment. 2 more breaths. And on your next exhale, again, float those arms, those leaves and limbs floating down. Release and come out of the pose slow. Exhale, release, and shake it out. Little shimmy shake here. And inhale, reach the arms sky high, palms together, and exhale, draw down to your heart center. Gaze upon the fingertips. And exhale, Tadasana, or mountain pose. Find that connection. Maybe close the eyes gently once again. And we're going to release the lips for a few breaths. Reminding the connectivity, bringing the mind back in. Taking a deep sip of air in through the nose. And exhale, release. Again, breathe deeply with me. And exhale, release with a sigh. One more time. And exhale, release. Beautiful. So come to the front of your mat. Big toes together, heels connected. Seal the thighs. And inhale, reach the arms sky high, palms together. And imagine that you have magnets on the insides of the ears and on the inner arms. You can cross the thumbs, giving a little more of a bind. And slowly start to sink down, bending into the knees. Sinking, sinking, sinking. And just take a quick peek down as you start to sit down in this imaginary fabulous chair that I've told you to sit in. And make sure the knees are even here. We're going to sit, sink a little deeper. Take a deep breath in, add a little bit of spice by swinging those arms back behind you, pinkies coming towards one another, fingers spreading wide, navel drawn in, little smile on that pretty face. Sink a little deeper. 2 more breaths. One more deep breath in and release. Inhale, reach the arms sky high. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway raise, crown reaching out, flat back. And exhale, drop the hands on either side of the feet. So from here, if you want to jump back, go ahead. If not, extend one leg out at a time. Come into your plank. And we're going to inhale. As we exhale, just bring the outside, the blade of that right foot out in front of you. And we're just going to roll over onto the inside of that left foot. And we're going to lift the hips up sky high, reaching the gaze up towards the left hand. Now, if this is a little too intense, you can always stay on the base, the shin, and the back of that right foot and lift yourself sky high that way. There's always a modification. The big thing here is using the breath and pushing those beautiful hips up. 2 more breaths. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, extend that left arm out in front. Reach the gaze forward. And then drop the palm. And then bring that right foot in. Join me back in plank. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. Upward dog. And then come back onto the knees and rock the hips back. Come into child's pose. Let the body rest for just a moment. And I imagine you're all doing fabulous. So take 2 more breaths in child's pose. On your next inhale, slowly rise, come back to tabletop, curl the toes under, lift the knees to meet the chest, drop the head. Hips go sky high, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll yourself up. It's like a little wave coming into your plank. Get yourself set up and you're gonna extend that left leg. So you're on the blade first of that left leg and then rolling over onto the inside of the right foot, lifting that right arm sky high, gaze up to the fingers. Lift from the hips, push away from the left hand. Use the breath, modify as you like. And on your next exhale, extend that right arm out straight. Gaze goes towards the fingers. Open up through the cage. And exhale, drop that right palm. Draw that left foot in to meet the right. And move through your vinyasa, elbows close to the body. And then drop if you want instead. Come into child's pose. If you're moving through the vinyasa, meet us back here in child's pose when you're ready. For 2 more breaths, we'll let the others catch up. On your next inhale, gently rise up. Join me in hero's pose. And now your heart is resting once again in rhythm with the universe. It should feel really nice. And let's just swing the legs out in front of us, extending them out. And we're going to come a little further towards the center of the mat with the sit bones. We're going to make sure that they're rooted down nice and firm. We're going to flex those toes up so they're reaching towards the sky. Our chin is parallel to the mat, crown of the head lifting. And just place the hands down by your waist. So this is a great pose. People kind of maybe overlook the staff pose. But you're really, if you're keeping the foot flexed and you're straight and your spine is tall, you're engaging the full core. It's beautiful. And take a deep breath as you exhale, draw that right knee in towards the body and hollow out the back slightly. Exhale, release and replace with the left. Make sure you flex that foot that's straight. And release. Straighten the spine. Inhale, extend the wings up. We're going to use those peace fingers. I hope y'all know what the peace fingers are. It's 2 of them, not just 1. And we're going to inhale, extend. So instead of dropping down, we're just going to extend outwards. So the crown of the head is reaching towards the toes, reaching out past the toes. Toes are flexed up towards the face. And let's extend. So instead of retracting or keeping a neutral shoulder, we're going to protract. So those wings are expanding out, opening up. Use the breath, extend a little further. Take a deep breath in and exhale, drop the palms and walk yourself back up slowly, nice and tall and strong. And then one at a time, we're gonna bring the knees in, hollow out the back, give yourself a nice big hug, drop the forehead down to the knees. And gently place both feet down, toes and knees facing forward. We're gonna bring those beautiful hands behind the sit bones, fingers facing the same direction as the feet. And inhale, just lift the body up. And then exhale, slowly just drop those sit bones straight back down. And then lift as you inhale, pressing into the feet, pressing into the palms. And exhale, slowly lower back down. 2 more breaths. Inhale, lift and raise. And exhale, gently release. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, gently release. Bring the chest up towards the thighs. Wrap the arms around, grab opposite wrists, and roll the shoulders back. So now we're retracting those shoulders. Keep the breath flowing, keep the navel drawn back towards the spine. And release the hands down to your sides. So from here, we're just gonna bring one leg at a time up 90 degrees. And we're gonna give ourselves a little bit of a boost. We can pull the chest up towards our thighs, point those cute little toes out. If you wanna stay here and try and play with your balance, you can extend the arms out. Make sure now you're not protracting or retracting the shoulders. We want a nice neutral space for the shoulder blades. Keep the navel drawn in and keep the chest lifting, keep the breath flowing. Remember, shaking just means you're really alive, so go ahead and shake. For those of you that like that little bit of spice, you can go ahead and lift those beautiful limbs, those little sticks sky high. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Don't drop all the way down just yet. Come back 90 degrees. And imagine that somebody just threw down this beautiful rope of light. I mean, I don't know how that happens, but it did. And you're holding on, and you're gonna extend those legs out, and you're letting yourself float down 1 vertebra at a time, using that beautiful rope, strong and true, until finally the shoulders and the head drop, the legs drop, the arms float down to your side. And once again, draw the knees in, give yourself a nice big hug, and just gently rock side to side, giving those kidneys a little bit of massage, the lower spine some love. Extend those wings out, palms flat, shoulders flat. Take a deep breath in and exhale, drop both knees to the right side, gaze over to your left hand. So again, you want to make sure everything's still connected on the floor. If those of you want a little extra added spice, you can drop that inside of the left foot, take the right heel and place it just above that left knee. Never on the knee, ever, 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 ever. And release, inhale, strong core, back to center. Smooth out the spine through a breath. Take a deep breath and exhale, release to the left side, gaze to the right. Again, if you want to add that spice, take that left ankle above that right knee. And release, inhale, nice strong core, come back to center. Again, give yourself a big squeeze and lift the shoulders and the heads towards the knees, point the toes. Keep the breath flowing. Drop the shoulders, drop the head, extend those sticks up to the ceiling, flex the toes to the nose, and then extend the arms up, extend the shoulders up. Neutral shoulder blades. Keep the breath flowing. Keep a strong, tight core. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 2.5, and for 1, and gently release. Arms go down to your sides. And slower than you ever imagined you could, point the toes. Keep the legs connected. Start to float down, keeping a nice strong connection, rooting down through the spine. Exhaling all the way down until finally gravity draws you in and roots you firmly in place. Coming into your final asana, your final moments of rest and rejuvenation in your shavasana. So find this moment to find your comfort space. You can release the hold of the lips and let the breath pass once again freely. Maybe taking a few moments to release those sighs of gratitude. Feeling this connection, and gently close the eyes. As the body begins to melt, soften, the mind gives permission to float. And bring your attention to the breath, the anapana. This acknowledgement of the air coming in through the nostrils and exhaling, releasing. A simple journey of pure creation and life and flow. Take notice of the inhale now. Feel it traveling, filling the lungs, expanding the ribs, and releasing. As you root down, feeling the security and safety beneath you as Mother Earth draws you inward. Find that indigo light, that persistence, that integrity that travels within you. Let that light shine upon it. Believe in it. Breathe it. And release it to others. The muscles in the face now soft and gentle. Blood and oxygen traveling, coursing through each cell and organ. Now juicy with love and light. An excited party within the body. Maybe new friends have been made or old friends are becoming reacquainted as body, mind, and breath reconnect, signaling life force traveling through. So with each breath, feel this, honor this. Give yourself permission to enjoy. For you are beautiful. You are creative. And you are full of wisdom. And now that your throat has been cleansed during our whole practice, in your own voice, repeating silently to yourself, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale here, I am beautiful. Another deep breath in. I am creative. Exhale. Deep breath in. I am full of wisdom. And exhale, release. Deep breath in. And I am all there is. Exhale. One more deep breath in with me. And all there is love. And release. Let the breath start flowing freely and without effort. Perhaps now the corners of your mouth are gently rising, whether on the inside or the outside. Acknowledge the space below you as it supports you and gives you this time, this moment, as you wiggle fingertips and toes. And gently roll over onto one side. If you're already seated, wrap your arms around you. If you're lying on your side, wrap your arms around you. Give yourself thanks and praise for being present here in this moment, for giving you permission to enjoy your breath and your life. And as we honor others, we honor ourselves. Feel your body. Feel its juiciness and its strength now, its nurture and nourish. And when you're ready to start the day anew, gently rise up. And I'll seal our intentions and our practice with 3 resonating ohms. Feel free to join me as we take a deep breath in I thank the universe for our lives, families, jobs, friends. I ask that we are blessed in peace, harmony, bliss, joy, love, and light. I honor the light in you with the light in me. Namaste. Thank you, good humans. And if there were any furry pets that decided to walk by, I'm not sure if mine did. Thank you for joining and sharing your energy as well. And today is a celebration of the life and the energy of all who have contributed to freedom and passion and excellence of the human spirit, mind, and body. And in our pursuit and our persistence of this, we carry the spirit of those humans that have come before us and that have moved on. So thank you for joining today. I am so grateful for these moments that I've had with you all. My name's Kat Thomas. I'm with Core Body Mind, and you can find me right here where I'm at that you're watching me, and feel free to reach out to me directly for any more love and light that we can share together. So enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you are, whatever time it is, and a big cheers and many hugs your way.